Hey, you guys, what's up? It's your girly Vet, and I promised that I was going to make a video regarding auditions, and here it is. And most of you guys already know me. I'm pretty direct. In this video, I'm going to be very direct and frank with you as well, especially if you're just starting to go out on auditions. I used to hate auditions. I actually despise them. And I'll tell you right up front, the hardest part for me when it comes to being an actor, taking pictures. I love the camera. I love taking pictures, but when it comes to getting ready for a photo shoot, I get major anxiety because it seems like to me, no matter what you do, when you first get started and you're looking for an agent, they always tell you they don't like your pictures. Hmm. And they have there are various reasons that they may say that, but it can really, it gets to me a little bit because it's like, what do you want? So I have a lot of anxiety right before a photo shoot. And also, I used to have a lot of anxiety the night before an audition. But something happened, a few things happened. I started working in some casting offices and I started working with a few agencies, helping them submit actors. And one of the things that I found out is that ooh, it's there are a lot of things that come into play when you get submitted for a role. And we already know there are a lot of people who submit for those parts. But I just want to encourage you to let you know that when it is your time, now this is providing you're doing the work. If you're just sitting at home talking about, oh, I'm better than her, I look better than her, I'm better than him, and where did he come from? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you are actually doing the work. Are you taking this craft seriously and doing the work? Now the work is different for each person. Are you losing the weight that you've been talking about losing for 3 years? Okay. Are you getting the style that you want? How do you want to present yourself? You have to book yourself before they book you. So don't go to an agency and say, oh, here I am, make me a star. No, they're not going to do that. And most of them, they can't even, no, 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 no. We have to do the work as actors. We have to do the work. So sometimes we put too much pressure or too much into getting representation and we're not ready. I've been there. Okay. And I'm always working on that because it's a partnership. They're going to do 10%, you're going to do 90. But what part of that 90 do you need to start working on right now today to make that dream come true? Don't wait on agents. Don't. Work with agents, but don't wait on agents. Okay, there's a difference. Okay. Well, I'm not getting out. If you're not getting out, sometimes it's your pictures, but sometimes it's not your picture. Sometimes it's just that you are not being proactive enough with maybe go to workshops. A lot of people say don't pay to play. You say what you want. I don't know. I mean, for me personally, that has been the best avenue for me. Workshops, yes, and I paid. Now they got a little greedy. They started getting expensive. That was a totally different story. When they started charging a gang of money, I was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. But things changed, and you can find some very reasonable rates when it comes to casting director workshops. Now, don't go to two and say they didn't work. All right. You got to go to enough to meet enough people. And once that one or, you might have two or three casting directors that may see you more than 4 or 5 times. Spread it out, but find the shows that you think that work for you and target those casting directors instead of like, I want to know every casting director. They don't need to know you. You don't need to know them. What shows do you feel that you're right for? Look those casting directors up, and most of the times it will be most of the time it's their associates, but one step at a time, like I said earlier. Target those guys, go back more than once or twice, You know, 3 times can be a charm. But overall, they have to see you, repeatedly sometimes just before they bring you in. That's just how it goes. They see a lot of people, and they do. Some of them work with certain agencies. It's real. It's true. They may not admit it. They might say, "I don't care what agency you're with," maybe, but a lot of times they have people that they work with and they trust, and people that trust them, and that's who they're gonna. That's their go-to. So, but there's nothing you can do about that. If you are with an agency and it's a C or a D agency or whatever, keep going. Keep going and until it works, until it starts to click. That's my favorite word, the click, the click, you know. And it's great if you have an agent or a manager that you feel comfortable with, that you look at as a person and not as an agent. Yeah, don't give these people so much power. We have to stop doing that. It is a team effort, you guys. We do our part, they do their part, and then the stars align and we start to work and we start to book jobs. In the meantime, we stay calm, we keep our faith, we keep praying, and we stay on our grind when it comes to training. That's all you can do. And a lot of prayer. Yep. And if it's meant for you, things will turn around. Also, consider modeling, print modeling, hand modeling. If you have nice hands, if you have nice feet or whatever, you have to think outside of the box. Remember, multiple streams of income. In order to do that, you have to have multiple streams or ways of bringing in income. And the most important thing is to try to bring in some income doing something that you enjoy. Now, there are a few little side hustles that a lot of actors get involved in. One is catering. If you have the stamina, physically and emotionally, catering. I catered for the entertainment industry for many, many years, and it was a great experience. I'm not doing it anymore. So my take on this is, if you start doing that and you enjoy it and you can pick up some jobs and have a lot of fun, fine. But don't get into it and just fall into it and that's all you do. No. Some people say, well, it pays the bills. I know it pays the bills. But remember, time is moving. So my dilemma has been getting stuck. I'll be honest with you. Getting stuck. Oh, the money's good. Okay, the money's good. Are you able to still pursue your acting or your singing or whatever it is that you do? Because if that becomes the priority, that catering job, 15 years down the line, you're still catering and you can barely walk because you've been carrying trays on your shoulders. Come on. Okay. So sometimes it's good to get a little hustle that you're not that in love with. I sort of contradict myself, but life is gray. So yeah, don't get something that, oh, I just love it, and then you forget about your career. That, of course, if you don't want to do it anymore, that's different. But if you still have that dream, you have to find your way. You have to find a way to transition for yourself. Okay. It's very easy to get stuck in, oh, it pays the bills. There are a lot of things. This is a big world and there's a lot of money out there. You got to get your mindset ready and prepared to receive money and not being a slave about it. Okay? Because there are a lot of people making a lot of money out here legally and they enjoy it, and they don't, your job shouldn't feel like um, work all the time. If you do something that you enjoy, you love it, it won't feel like work. But if you're dragging home, or you got to stop by the store to get a pack of cigarettes and some wine and some cookies and some potato chips before you go in just to pacify yourself on your days off, time to do something different. And change is difficult. So that's all I can tell you. I talk to people every day, but not only that, I live it. I'm living it. I've been there. And if I had to do it all over again, I would. The only thing I would change is not to get complacent. And that's totally on me. It had nothing to do with any job that I've ever had. That was on me to get complacent. Don't become complacent. Stay in the race. And the closer you get to the finish line, speed up. All right. Talk to you guys later.